Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. Pleasure to see our next guest joining us. Of course, she runs one of the largest cities in Canada and in British Columbia.
And we are talking, of course, about Mayor Dianne Watts. Now, do we call you your worship? We can't
it's
ever
worship,
remember.
right?
Oh, Dianne's fine.
No, but
come on, I want to call somebody your worship.
The honorific. So who uses the honorific? Is that for ceremonial purposes or?
No, usually when people are addressing you that don't know you, they'll call you your worship. Or
do you ever lord that over friends and family?
Oh, yeah. Only my husband.
Good.
Yeah,
he calls me your majesty.
And a well-earned title. Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about Surrey and what's going on. First of all, the Fusion Festival,
yes.
Which was such a huge celebration last year and in the years past. Tell us a little bit about this.
Well, that's coming up actually July 16th and 17th. And it's a wonderful event. We've got 35 pavilions right now, and just all of the countries come together, and there's a lot of music and food and education pieces, all of those things. We have a parade and a powwow, and it's
you have a parade, you have a powwow. There's going to be celebrity chefs there.
Yes.
You've got tons of music. I mean, how many people are expected at this event?
Well, we'll get probably about 100,000 people.
Wow.
Yes, yes. And
this is going to be a lot of fun for you. I mean, as a mayor of such a diverse city as well, to see everybody come together and celebrate and learn about other cultures that are, you know, their neighbors and people that they know and everything. It's got to be tremendous just to see all the colors and everything going on.
It is. It's absolutely beautiful. And when we have the Parade of Countries, it is so beautiful and so colorful. And last year we had the Aboriginal powwow, and we brought all of the countries together. So it was the first time the Aboriginal powwow had had all of the countries participate.
What an amazing way to learn about other cultures, too.
It is, absolutely.
Just to see how many countries and how many places around the world are represented in the city of Surrey, right?
That's right.
When you see the parade.
How big is Surrey? Because everybody talks about it being one of the largest cities that there is, but how big is it?
Well, population's about 500,000.
Wow.
And land-wise, of course, we stretch to, we're the second largest border crossing in the country, all the way up to the Fraser River. So you can fit Vancouver, Burnaby, and Richmond into our land mass. So it's vast.
So you're not bigger population size, but you're bigger in terms of area.
To go from one end of the city to the other end of the city can be somewhat of a challenge.
What got you involved in politics in the first place? I mean, what was the motivation for you to sort of jump in and give it a shot?
Honestly, my honest answer.
Yes, please.
I had no motivation, and it was pretty much on it wasn't really a dare. People were pushing me to run, and I didn't want to have anything to do with politics. Yeah. And so when they continued for
Makes the best politicians.
I did. I said, fine, I'll run. When I lose, leave me alone.
Yeah. And of course, I find it hard to believe it's almost been 3 years since we first met you and had you on the show.
That's right.
The election will be coming up in
November.
Yes. Are you going to run again?
I am. Yes. I've decided to do that because I'm not quite finished doing what I'm doing in the city of Surrey. So there's a few things I still want to complete.
Like what?
Well, predominantly the city centre and our town centres, just making sure that they are as vibrant and as lively as can be. All of the festivals coming together and the connectivity and transportation.
Well, and that is something that was a real focus for you. And you know, the city of Vancouver, obviously that was a focus for sort of the last decade as well, as getting people and re-owning that downtown core as a vibrant place for families, for community, for everything else.
Exactly.
That's got to be a real long-term thing, though, doesn't it? I mean, you can't really complete it in a finite.
Well, you know what, but you can set things in motion. So all of the public policy, all of the systems you can put in place, and once they're in place, they will continue whether you're there or not.
Right.
And so
you don't give the guy behind you a chance. It's just like
you just implement those, and you're going in a direction. And because you know what, nobody's there forever, and I certainly don't want to be there forever. I have a life to live.
Next term, yes, you will be running. Okay, let's talk about the library.
This is stunning.
This is amazing. Tell us about the architect, the library, when it will be open.
Well, it'll be open in September, and Bing Tom, of course, is the architect. He designed the Simon Fraser University building, City Central building, in the city centre, and so he's been involved in planning our downtown core for quite some time. But he's an amazing visionary, and so I think it's really important when you set the stage and the bar as high as we have for our city centre. The other architects that come in to build the buildings,
got to raise your game.
They've got to step up their game. Absolutely.
That is a stunning building. I mean, when you look at it, and we just have the one shot, but when you look at the way that it flows on the interior and the way that people move through that, the accessibility, because I think almost all cities now are really re-owning that idea of libraries as a public space, and citizens as well. You know, it's becoming that hub that maybe was forgotten for a few
Well,
years.
absolutely, and we've got Simon Fraser University right there. We've got the library opening. We're moving City Hall there. We've got some other high-rises going on. Of course, the hospital and E-Division, but also, too, linking those many pieces as we build our Performing Arts Centre in the downtown core is a plaza. So that plaza, that's public space, will be used for so many festivals and gatherings and for the community. So it's the community space.
Now, because you ran for mayor of Surrey on a dare, and
oh no, it was for council on a dare.
For council dare, mayor was after.
For mayor, it was for other reasons.
Now, with what you've done, I mean, just mentioning everything that is going on in Surrey, creating this hub, I mean, looking back on the past couple of years, you must be very proud of the accomplishments, because, I mean, Surrey is one of those places that has, you know, it's the jokes, the reputation, but looking at the it's moving so far forward from what people think, and this stereotype, it just seems to have changed so much. You must be very proud of that.
Well, you know what? I'm blessed with a great team. And, you know, we don't play politics around the council table. We've made a decision to move forward with a vision for the city and take the best interests of the general public into account. And that's what they expect from their politicians. They don't want people fighting and bickering, and, you know, it gets old very quickly.
We have reality TV for that.
Exactly. They've got reality TV in other communities that can take that up. So for us, it was really important to us to roll up our sleeves and get the work done. And again, I mean, the majority of council, and this may have something to do with it, is predominantly women. So I have probably within Canada the most women on council than any other.
What kind of difference do you think that makes, having being surrounded by women?
Well, you work a little bit differently. You are more conciliatory and looking for solutions, as opposed to having a position about something. And it's not that it's right. He's looking at me. It's not that it's right, wrong.
Come on, take a position.
It's a different way.
No,
it's a different way.
Well, and everyone
Men
will tell you,
operate in a
study after study, that women do communicate and they work together in a far different way than men tend to work together, and you get very different
Mike knows that because he works with all women.
You're
preaching to the converted.
Yeah, pretty much. That's exactly it. And so exciting to see when the community reacts to the changes that you're making, and they start owning those spaces. Like the Fusion Festival is a great example, right? You set it up, you put the infrastructure there, but then you let people decide what kind of celebration that's going to be and how
exactly. And I think that's the key. You have to engage the community, because we all live in the community, and they have to take ownership and responsibility for whatever their piece is. Yeah. So, and I've done that all along. I've said, you know what, this is your community. Yeah, you need to be responsible and take ownership of whatever piece it is that you want. Yeah. And we can come together and we can facilitate that collectively. And so, and again, I think people begin to realize it's not turning to government saying, well, you fix it, and you do this for me and you do that for me. Yeah. It's okay, how can I participate to make it a better community to live in?
Well, thank you so much. We want to tell you once again that the Surrey Fusion Festival is the ultimate celebration of music, food, and culture, and it's happening July 16th and 17th, and yes, it will be sunny. I have good word on that. For information on the activities, you can go to the website to find out what's going on.
We didn't even talk about the food. Oh, the food must be unbelievable there.
Phenomenal.
We're going to take a break.